Welcome travelers, FlowCat here. This is an unplanned video today. I bought a capture card last night and I was able to fix the stuttering issues I was having with my content. So if you watched any videos I put out before this, congratulations, you're a true fan. I appreciate it very much. But from now on, you can look forward to high quality content from me where you don't have to worry about staring at my mouth and it being all weird and out of sync. Anyway, I had one of you ask me about making a Hu Tao video. Now I plan on making a series related to my combat tips series, which is on every single unit, their role, team building, all that stuff. But today I'll just make a short video on Hu Tao, like if you pulled her, what do I think and what should you do? Let's get into it. Alright, welcome to the video. So here we are in Genshin Impact. This is my Hu Tao. I have her at C2. I have R2 Homa, and I'm running a sort of a scuff set, but I run her mostly reaction comps, so it's fine. These are her stats. So let's assume that you pulled Hu Tao, and maybe you were expecting to pull her, maybe you weren't, and you're just kind of wondering, like, what do I do with her? Like, what's up? Well, Hu Tao is a great unit. I mean, she's fantastic for outputting lots of damage. She's great for putting out a lot of damage, but her dash turns her invisible, which actually lets her dodge through small enemies and obstacles. So Hu Tao is a very selfish unit. She's a hyper carry, and she's like one of the first premier hyper carries that we got in Genshin Impact. She uses a lot of HP management for her damage, so that is something to be wary of, but generally speaking, selfish DPS units are fantastic for putting out a lot of damage, but they require a lot of field time, and they require a lot of investment to be able to utilize them properly. So if you plan on using Hu Tao, I would expect to put a lot of investment into her with her artifacts. You know, you're going to want to try to get her the best weapon you can, because if you are running her in a team, she will be the biggest factor in your team's success, in your team's damage, everything. For instance, my Xinqiu, let's look at him real quick. You'll notice his stats suck. He's not even really well built at all. I have him on a 4-piece emblem set, but he only hits for like 1,000 damage per rain sword, which I've seen people hit a lot more than that. That's not the point though, because in this team comp, I have Jean, Xinqiu, Thoma, and Hu Tao. You'll notice my Thoma as well. I mean, look at these stats. Like, they're not good. Only 18,000 HP. So Hu Tao is doing all the damage. But watch how fast she takes down this guy. So if you're planning on running Hu Tao in a comp, I recommend Xinqiu as her Hydra enabler. If you don't have Xinqiu, you can try to use someone else. Like, you can use other people like Mona if you have her. Child is not a great partner for Hu Tao because her pyro application is mostly when she's on field. He takes a lot of field time to utilize properly as a Hydra enabler. So they're both very selfish units. As well as running Hu Tao as like a selfish DPS, you can run her in like a melt team as the solo pyro unit, just as like a nuke DPS. Basically, you can put her in a team comp, like, let's see here. In this team comp right here, you can see I have the essential workings of a freeze comp, but instead of putting an animo unit, I can put a solo pyro unit as a sort of burst DPS. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna attack these ruin guys right here. Start out with Chongyun, do some Hydra application, and then when I get my burst, I will activate it, swap over to Hu Tao, So yeah, you'll notice that she was pretty effective in that team, and I didn't even use her full on-field duration. That's actually one of my biggest tips with Hu Tao, is that if you're not running her as the main DPS in the comp, but just as a burst DPS, you don't need to use her entire E duration. It's just not necessary. You can use her E, use her burst, maybe apply a couple blood blossoms where you miss, and then swap off. If you are running her as a selfish DPS, then yes, you do want to utilize as much field time as you can with her. Which is why when you're running her as a DPS, you want to use supports that take very little field time and then allow for a lot of field time for her. Other than that, my only advice is to be careful about what kind of healers you use. I like to use Jean, because Jean has a very selective healing. Her burst is the only thing that heals outside of her autos. I find that Jean isn't too strong of a healer for my Hu Tao. Alrighty, to close out this video, I'm just gonna give you all a short showcase of my Hu Tao tearing down some bosses. Let's get into it. And that'll bring us to the end of this extra video for this week. Mostly just wanted to flex the better video quality on everybody. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe. I hope to see you in some of my other videos. And as always, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Peace.